Good morning. It is 10:45 on Friday, September 15th, and I'm here at the access at Castles Lake in Temagami. I missed my Labor Day weekend trip. I was going to go do the Blind River, and then I kind of scaled it back to something simpler, and I just wasn't health-wise feeling up to it. So I went to a friend's cottage for the weekend, and I'm going to do a 3-day trip now. This is a 3-hour drive from where I live, so it's not too far to get in. And I'm going to be paddling about 6 or 7 kilometers through Castles, and then doing 2 small portages into Sunrise Lake, where I'm hoping to stay for 2 nights if I get a really nice campsite. And then I might go out through the top of Sunrise and back around, or I might just go back out the way I came and see how it goes. I've got all the things: my hammock, my fishing rod, some warm clothing. It was only 5 degrees this morning. Some of the fall colors are out already, and I hope it's going to be a great weekend. Let's get going. All right, it's just after 11, and I'm on my way. A little turnabout there. I think I had the same problem the last time I was at this access. I went to Blueberry Lake from here. I don't know how long ago it was, maybe 4 years ago or so. And there's a little bay where the access is, and I immediately just left the access and turned right and went into the bay instead of going out and then turning right. So not a big deal. Lost a couple minutes, who cares, I'm not on the clock. And I also saw, after I paddled away from the access, that there's a little driveway that goes down to the water on the right side when you come into the parking lot as well. And I just automatically went to the dock where I got in last time, and I don't know if I didn't know or I didn't remember, but on the right side, you turn into the parking lot, there's like a nice launch that's like right at the water. So that's where I'll be unloading when I come back on Sunday. But it's about 11:40, and still paddling along here. I'm just coming up to a section where there's a couple of campsites. I think there's 3, and one of them is actually at the access, the other access that I could have taken. So not a huge difference, like 35, 38 minutes. The wind has been gusting quite a bit. It's giving me a bit of a run for my money. There's one of the campsites there. And I think open rock over there is another one. And then I think the launch is right over there somewhere. Not sure exactly. I think I found the access, the other access, and I'm really glad I didn't take it, because there's about 5 ATVs there, and a whole bunch of people. I'm not sure if they're camping or just hanging out at the water for the day or what, but I certainly would have been intimidated by that. Well, it's about 5 to 12. It looks like I've got about 3 kilometers or so left to paddle to get to the 315-meter portage. Just had a small fishing boat go past me, nothing major. I think this is really cool here, just to the right of where I'm paddling. There's all these tree stumps in the water and swampy grasses. It'd be a perfect place to see a moose, but I haven't spotted anything yet. You see that I thought there was something in the water there. I saw it moving, but I think it's a flag maybe. Alright, well, it's 12:15, and that's what I saw moving. It was indeed a flag, but it's not on the cottage, it's just on the stump that's sticking out of the water. There are a lot of markers. I think most of them are those, they look like those big exercise balls. And I've passed by about 5 of them now in this section since I turned the corner. There's just a lot of them, so there must be some really shallow spots in this water. the lady whose house I was trying to buy for 6 weeks now has accepted another offer. I was heartbroken, and I'm still heartbroken. I was really looking forward to living on those 2 acres. It's all forest. I was going to get some chickens, even been thinking about getting a dog maybe, and I'm just heartbroken. So I don't know what's going to happen now, but I need a break. I told my realtor I need a break. If somebody wants to come see the house, let them in. If they want to make an offer, tell them I'm not back till Sunday night, and I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm very not in a good headspace, so I really needed to get out on a trip. I'm gonna enjoy myself and immerse myself in nature and send positive thoughts out into the universe and hope that they come back to me and something awesome happens. Alright, it's 12:30 and I'm getting pretty close to the portage. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but it's up here ahead of me somewhere. I think this actually might now be Rabbit Lake. I'm not really sure where Castles ends and Rabbit begins because there's no, like, it doesn't show any boundary or anything on the map. Well, so far I haven't had any luck finding the portage, which isn't good. I assumed that it was going to be a fairly simple, well-marked, big access kind of a portage because it's an easy access in to the backcountry, and so generally those are very popular, and it's really really well maintained usually. He has to have new sunglasses. They're called Goodr is the brand, Goodr, and they're super light, and they don't fall off my head, and they don't push on the side of my head like the other ones do. So I get headaches from a lot of sunglasses. So my friend Jenny has a pair, and I was in Huntsville last week, and I thought, well, see if they have them, and they did. So I think I just found the portage. That is definitely a P. Interesting access, but it's a 300 meter. I didn't expect it to be easy because I wouldn't be in Temagami if that was the case. Okay, finally, off we go. This rock is really slippery. Thankfully, I have amazing balance. I went down that way to grab the pack out of the back, and I slid on that rock, but I caught myself. And I just let out a little woo! But I didn't fall. Just hit that little pine tree a little bit with my hand, but I didn't even get a mark on that. So, all right, I'm just going to grab the boat and bring it up here somehow. Put my pack up there somewhere, just to get it off of this hill. All right, it's about 5 to 1 almost, and just dawdling along here. I just brought the canoe up that nastiness. I set it up to portage here. Got the food bag on my back, and the backpack is up here. All right, it's 1:05. I'm at the other side. I really hope I didn't make a mistake coming here. My ultimate goal right now is to get away from people. The portage comes out at the ATV road, and the ATV road continues all the way that way. Also, the part of the map where it says muddy is up ahead here, and I'm not even sure that I can get through here. So my super easy weekend, going to relax for 2 nights on a campsite somewhere, might be turning into a bit of a slog fest. The only way to find that out is to paddle that way, so first I have to go get my bag. I guess we'll see what happens. All right, boat, I'll be right back. I decided to leave my long sleeve on, just because I don't have my bug shirt with me. It's not buggy, but just in case. So there's the ATV road. I don't know if I can tell this, but I think it looks fairly well used. There aren't any blow downs on it. It looks fairly clear, like it's been maintained and cleaned. There is a culvert here going over the water. There's a bridge that also looks like it's been well maintained. There's a view of the lake. There's a waterfall or something in here, but I tried to get through the bushes here to see it and I can't, so yeah, I don't know exactly where this comes from. I think it would be Rabbit Lake, but who knows. So you can see the road goes that way, and again it looks fairly well taken care of and maintained. I'm just wondering if the portage does continue. Oh, it did. Oh, it goes that way. I don't know, maybe it's not marked. Could be a side trail of some sort, I don't know. I just took the ATV down over the bridge and the water is right there, so. There's just some spots that are a little bit like this, like a little bit of sucky muck, and it's not actually sucking, it's more slippery. So instead of like being super deep and pulling your foot in and getting you stuck to it, it's more like just kind of wee. Your foot slides and slips on it and makes you lose your balance. So just have to watch my step. All right, no time at all. I'm back at the canoe. It's 1:20, and I go see what's about to happen here. Hopefully I can get through. Brought my little lunch bag. I got a baked piece of salmon for dinner tonight on ice, and I brought some ice, and I even brought some coconut rum. Like I said, I got all the things. All right, I am back on the water. Fingers crossed. I can get through here. I'm not sure how far up the portage is. Maybe that's where it looks like you can't get through. I don't know. But I know all along the left side of me, on the left side of the water here, there's an ATV road. So I guess worst case, I could probably take that to the lake, but it'll be quite the portage, so hoping that's not necessary. I was looking at the map where the campsites are. The very first campsite on the lake on the left is probably the only one that ATV could access, and it doesn't look like the road goes to it, but you don't know if there is a little side road that goes to it or not. There probably is. Then there's an island campsite, which I like islands. I think a lot of people do. They're great because you can get sunrise, sunset. If the wind is coming from one side, you go sit on the other side of the island. You've got lots of views, lots of options, depending on the kind of island it is. So I like that. If the island is good, I might just stay there. Or I might paddle up to the other end of the lake. Anyway, that's all I got for now. See you in a bit. It's very slow going through here. The wind is pushing me a little bit. It is behind me, but the water is so shallow. It's not as shallow as my last Temagami trip there where I was in gray mud, but it's pretty close. Most of it has been about 1 to 2 feet deep-ish, and lots of grasses and stuff to paddle through, so it really slows the boat down a lot. Just excited to kind of relax and not hear any human sounds and noises and cars and people, and maybe hear a loon. I'm not sure if they've left yet, but oh my god, there's tons of minnows here. Let's see if I can get them. Hold on. Oh, of course they're all gone now that I got the camera out. Come on, really? Yeah, all gone. Okay, the portage is supposed to be at the end of this, so should be coming soon. All right, 1:35, and I have spotted the portage, and there's actually a sign on this one too. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna get my stuff over here quick as I can and continue on my way. All right, in no time at all, I have reached the other side. I don't know if it was a 75 meter. I'm not quite sure about that, but very nice portage, nicer than the last one. Pretty flat, fairly clear, and no issues. So I'm on the other side here. Really nice landing, getting into the water. It's all rock, and I think the island where the campsite is at is right over there. Not sure, but might be. I also thought I saw what looked like a white canoe, but I think it might just be a rock. I don't think anybody's out here. I don't know, but you never know. So I got a bit of sucky muck here and there and some boulder gardens, but this is just at the end here. Most of the portage is mulchy, pine needles like this, nice and dry, and no obstructions, no obstacles, no issues at all. Okay, just gonna throw my little bag on my back here and put the canoe up and off I go. Here's the broken zipper. It's a double zipper, so I just brought this one around, so I'm just gonna be really careful with it. Okay, let's go. All right, it's 2 o'clock and I am on Sunrise. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. I'm a little rusty, it's been a while. Anyways, I'm gonna get to paddling. I'm gonna go check out that island campsite. If that's the island, if not, I'll go find it. Nice and calm here so far. I can see a little bit of wind in the lake in front of me, but it doesn't look too crazy, so that's good. So according to my map, this is the first campsite. There's nothing here. There's just this rock coming out to the water and then thick forest. So I hope there's a real campsite. Looks like there's one over here, and that's not on my map, so I'll go take a look at that. All right, so I think that's where the other campsite might be. You can see a fire pit there. There's also one over there, and a huge rock. It's supposed to be over there, according to the map, but it's off a bit. It doesn't look like anything spectacular. I'm going to proceed to go to the island. There's a couple islands here. I believe the island campsite is the island past this island, so I'm going to go check that out. All right, so on the far side of the island, there's a little bay, and I believe this is the campsite. I had to keep paddling because there wasn't really any way to get the boat up. So I just found this little spot here to stop in to take a look. The sun does come up over here, and it is here for most of the afternoon. It's here now. It's going to set somewhere over there, so it's very sheltered. It's very small so far. Here's the fire pit. There's a little bench here. That's cute, but I don't know where you would actually sit. Some firewood, which is nice. Cute little bay, like I said, so it's at least calm. And then there's some trails that go around here. I guess to the other side. So this is where you would see the sunset over here. And also could sit here in the afternoon sun. So I don't know. You guys know I'm kind of a little bit particular about my campsites. You probably fish here too. Looks like the water just drops right off. There's the ATV access thingy there, just behind that island. Oh, it smells so good though. The sun is like hitting these pine needles and it smells wonderful. Here's a trail. Here's another trail. Where does this go? Oh, this goes to the tent spot. I think my tent would fit there. It's a pretty small tent spot. All right, it's 2:30. Finally took off my long sleeve. The sun was gone for a while, but it just came back out, and it's pretty warm. I've walked around. I've done a whole bunch of stuff. I found all of this wood. It's not big stuff, but it's enough for a fire. I gotta make salmon on the fire tonight. Well, I don't have to, but I'd like to make my salmon on the fire tonight. So got all that wood. There's a bit of wood that's here over there. You can always go out and collect. There's a bunch of driftwood just on the other side of the bay there that I could go snatch if I felt like it, but I think that'll be good for tonight for now. And I'm gonna get my lunch out. I'm starving. That little bench I'm gonna use for my privy. I was walking around. I'm trying to think, like, how am I gonna make a privy? Where am I gonna make a privy? There's a trail that goes into the forest over there. But I haven't found any like logs or pieces of wood or any way that I can like put something across to sit on. And then I thought, that bench is here. It's perfect. I can just sit on it like I would sit on a log and just lean my butt over it. And all I have to do is find a great place to dig a hole somewhere and put it in the forest, and I'm all set. So I think I'm gonna do that. Not right now. All right, well, it's 3 o'clock. Still haven't eaten. Just been walking around doing stuff. I noticed that I have a cell signal. I stand up on the top of the hill there. I don't have it here down by the fire pit, but just a couple of steps over there and I can get everything. Like, I was listening to an audiobook on YouTube, and then as soon as I came around to this side, it just stopped. So not that I need it, but it's nice to have, especially with my house up for sale and stuff, so I can kind of keep track of what's going on in case, like, you know, an offer comes in or something. I just brought a couple of pieces of nice freshly sliced Italian bread that I sliced with my bread slicer. I did have my butter in the little cooler bag that I brought the salmon in, so it's probably hard as a rock. Yeah, it's pretty hard. I do have some moo. I could spread that on here, but I'm just gonna put a little butter on here. And then I have some hare. Hare is always delicious on your sandwich. And then I have brought a package of salami with prosciutto in it, and I've had that in the cooler bag too. The cooler bag is just for tonight. I've got a Ziploc bag with some ice in it, and I'm going to use that in my beverage because I brought some coconut rum. I'm just going to finish this off here. Actually, that should be good. And put some salami on here, and then I brought some of those like Melba toast type crackers for the rest of the weekend. I mean, there's only lunch today and tomorrow, and Sunday I'll probably be out by the time it's lunchtime, or maybe I'll just make something to eat in the car on the way home or something. So yeah, so that is there and that is done, and I just sit here and enjoy my beautiful view and eat. I just set up the hammock, and I thought I should give it a tester. It's perfect, feels great. It's in a perfect spot, and brought all my stuff out up from my tent. I set up my thermarest and all that stuff, the pillow, and everything's ready to go there. And then I grabbed my bathing suit and my shorts, and I've got my camping purse full of all my stuff that I need. And yeah, I think I'm going to go around and see how it is getting to the front of the campsite. There's 2 rock points out there, and they're in the sunshine, and I'd like to maybe go for a swim if I got hot enough. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a possibility. It's very warm in the sunshine, but I'm not in the sun, so that's why I want to go sit over there. I came out and found this nice spot to put my chair in between the rocks on this point here at the front of the campsite. And I got all settled in, and then this big cloud came, and now the sun is gone, so it's a little bit chilly up here. Not chilly, but there's black flies out too, by the way, which is really weird. But yeah, see, there's one. I don't know if you can see it. It's biting me. Anyway, just these little tiny flies, black flies, little black flies, always a black fly everywhere you go in North Ontario. Yeah, so there's a big cloud of them that just came over. But the wind is keeping them away for the most part until just now when I said that. It's very windy here on the back porch. I like this little spot. There's like a little, well, if I stand up, my chair's gonna blow over. This thing just, yeah, I didn't get a chance to put the water bottle on it. Just clunk. So here's where the sun's going down later, not yet, hopefully. It is early though now, which sucks. But anyways, and there's this nice little spot here. Hi, it's me. Look at my arms jiggling. I think there's more on the bottom than there is on the top. Anyway, I got my chair there. It's really nice. I was sitting out on the rocks right there somewhere. I'll hold the phone out. I don't know if I can see it, but I can't bend over that far. But there were all these like hordes of little bugs everywhere. Now the wind's picked up, obviously. I'm just sitting here and listening to my audiobook and looking out over the water. A beautiful view. It's a beautiful day here in Temagami. As soon as the wind stops, there's so many bugs. I don't know if they're going to come up on the camera. Sometimes I have to zoom them, sometimes I don't. Hopefully these get blown away. Oh my gosh. Come on, wind. I need you. All right, I just got a bit of a fire going here, so I get my salmon on. I'm really hungry. It's about 5:40. It's going to take a while to cook because it's a really thick piece. And I'm just going to cut up some of this wood here. I'm going to cut it in half to make it small so I can make it stretch a little longer. I have a bunch of wood over here, but I don't want to process it all before dinner. I just want to kind of, you know, get the fire going, get my salmon on and eat. Also, I'm keeping an eye on the sun over here because it sets at like, I don't know, 7:30 or 7:40 tonight. So I want to make sure I don't miss anything over there. The bugs have seemed to gone away since I moved over into the shade, so that's good, and there's not much of a breeze, but so far so good. Anyways, I got to tend to this, and I got to cut this wood up. I'm using my new saw that I got from my friend Steve at Suluk 46. I believe it is good to use with a Silky Gomboy 240 blade. It's right on there. And it's super light. I think it weighs like 3 grams or 4 grams, something like that. So I'm going to use this, and I'll be back in a bit. Butter, baby. There we go. Come on, fire. I need to make my dinner. All right, it's 6 o'clock. I got my fire going nicely. I got the grill set up in a good spot. I've got my salmon done. I coated it with some Dijon mustard that I brought and some brown sugar. And I'm just gonna put it in the foil in the pan and then put the pan on there just so I can control it a little bit better. And hopefully it'll give it some more heat. I'm gonna make like I'm gonna close it up and make like a little oven, and hopefully that'll help it cook faster. That's about it for now. That's about 10 after 6, and my salmon is cooking nicely on the fire. I put my little pot on the water with just a little bit of water in it, to make my mashed potatoes. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a red box, maybe Betty Crocker. I don't know. I just buy these at the store every once in a while and keep them in my cupboard, and I use a little bit of it. I don't usually even a half a package. I just kind of sprinkle whatever I want and mix it up, and then I'm like, okay, that's enough. And then I take the rest home. So, and I just made myself a nice little cocktail. This is an interesting drink. I'll see if I can do this. So there's my drink. It's got peaches, dehydrated peaches, pineapple, and strawberries in it, and it's coconut rum. So I just made it. I'm gonna let it sit for about maybe a half an hour or so and let the fruit really like start to rehydrate and flavor the water, and that should be quite tasty. I'm just sitting here, I've got my stick here, and I just keep turning the salmon around, whether it's the pan or just the foil. The foil's kind of easier. And the water here is hot enough to make the mashed potatoes now, but I'm just leaving it on. I put extra water in there because I knew it was just gonna kind of sit there. It sticks. So you can tell here it's done, like the lines is starting to flake, but the middle is still not quite there. Smoke, oh my God, dying. Oh, that smoke is just kicking my ass. My eyes have been watering for like 20 minutes. And there's only like one really good spot to sit, and of course that's where the smoke's going. Just came up here to see what's happening with the sunset. It's getting close to going down. I was hoping to catch it. I may just, I'm not sure. I'll probably end up overcooking the salmon because I want to make sure it's cooked properly. So I don't know, we'll see. There I am. Hi. Hello. I love shadows. I look so skinny in this one. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Bye. All right, I just took the water off the fire there and added the mashed potato mix. I think I put the water on a little too early. It kind of evaporated more than I thought, so I wasn't able to make as many mashed potatoes as I wanted, but I always have more than I want, so I think that'll be fine. And my salmon over here, a beautiful, beautiful salmon. Looks like it's ready. I kind of pulled, the way I test it is I take a fork and I push down on it and kind of wiggle it, and I see if it flakes, and it flaked very nicely. So it is done. Now usually I brown this. I don't know if this is gonna work or if I'm gonna wreck it, but I thought maybe I could kind of like try to torch it. I don't know if that'll work or if it'll be bad for it or what, but if it browns it, that would be really cool. All right, my dinner is ready. This is really black. I had the fire going pretty good. So got some mashed potatoes. Those are good. They're butter and herb, and I can tell you now by the taste. They're very tasty. Oh, a piece of the salmon. Yep, it's cooked. And there's even a pine needle in it. Probably should have put that in the fire. Oh. All right. Oh, it's cooked perfectly. That lighter trick kind of worked. It's a little bit browned and glazed. I think it got glazed too from like being steamed. I don't know, but it's so good. All right, bye. Well, this is the scene here on Sunrise Lake. Just finished my salmon. Oh my God, I ate every little flake I could find. There's just a little bit of skin left that burnt up. Oh, it was so good. I think I'm gonna make my way back to the campfire and get it going again. It's probably already gone out. Well, it's a fantastic food Friday. After my fabulous salmon and my potatoes, I have decided that I am going to make a hot chocolate. So I have some water on the fire there. I'm just going to make it right in the pot. And I also have a little dessert here, just a couple pieces of some dark chocolate and some cashews. So just living it up here. I was getting pretty chewed up by the smoke over there, so I moved the chair over here, and I just took this rock that was here and moved it over there, so kind of opens up the fire pit towards me a little bit so I can feel some of the heat. Not that I need to yet, it's still quite nice out. Where's my thermometer? I just saw it. I think it said it was 16 degrees, and oh, here it is. Oh, well, I was off on that. 11 degrees and 94% humidity, and it does feel very, very damp out. So yeah, only 11 degrees. I thought it was going to be warmer than that. Anyways, I got my fire going nice here. Got my hot chocolate all made up. I went and put a bunch of stuff away, and I finally put on my socks and my camp shoes, because I still had on my water shoes and my water socks, but they weren't wet, so they're pretty good. But I just wanted to get that done, and I went and did the privy. I found a nice spot in the forest that was super soft, and I dug a nice big hole, and then I carried that little bench out there. That was a bit of a haul. It's pretty heavy, but sat it right over top of the hole almost, and yeah, it's gonna make a nice privy for the next 2 days. Well, it's 8:34. And it's pretty dark out here. Some nice stars out. I'm not sure if you can see them. Usually they photograph pretty good, but not that great on the video, but there's one there. Yeah, so this is the scene. I just came up to the back porch to see what was going on. It looked like it was blue hour, but I think I missed it. Well, hello. It is about 9:45. And I've done all the things. I put the bear vault away. I put the fire out. I put all my things away. And now I am comfy cozy in my sleeping bag. And I'm ready to go to bed. So I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.